But we got to talk this AFC North, man.
Ranking
AFC North, man. Yeah, because, that's something that we always like to do. We've had it brought up in the chat before. Hey, man, y'all going to do your previews? We've done the AFC South? That was what we started with, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we started out with them. And we said, you know what? We got a couple other shows before, the season gets here. And we really got to dive into the pregame, who we expect to play well. Oh, we got to react to this game. Oh, it's so just regimented. So, with that being said, man, a little AFC North preview, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I figure I'll let you go first because, you always rocking out like that.
Where are we going? 4-1?
Yeah, we go 4-1.
Talk about each team.
Go 4-1. But you know what? Before we go 4-1, we'll just say one thing we like about the team, one thing we think is going to hurt the team. Sound good?
That's pretty simple.
That's it. Yeah, and then after that, we'll rank them at the end.
That's pretty easy. Okay. Bengals. Gotta like their offense. Gotta like their talent on offense with Burrow coming back off the injury.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've been saying he's looking kind of shaky in preseason.
I've heard that as well.
I don't buy that shit, though. They said that back whenever Ben was young at points. They were like, oh, Ben's been looking shaky in camp and stuff, and he come out and play really well. So I don't buy some of that bullshit.
Okay.
It's preseason. I think he'll be fine in the regular season. Yeah, so their offense.
So that was your one positive. I'll give my positive because I figure you go positive, I'll go positive.
Yeah, him with the weapons, obviously Jamar Chase, although he's been looking shaky too.
I don't know what's happening right now. Bro.
He'll be fine. He's just coming back. Chase, Higgins, and then Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon. Their offense is kind of nice.
Because Chase set out last year as well.
Yeah, so that's what they're thinking.
Into it, yeah.
That's probably their biggest positive.
Okay. So for me, man, I'm with you. I think Joe Burrow, that is the big part, but also I think that the additions they brought in on their offensive line, I think that that's another positive because part of Joe Burrow being healthy, part of that offense doing what it needs to do with the running game starts with that group up front, and they have been very, very bad up front in recent history. So I think, man, what they were able to do and bring in some of those pieces, I think that will be their biggest, I guess, positive right now at this part of the season.
So the thing we don't like,
I
just think their defense isn't going to be that good, but they tried doing some stuff with the offensive line in terms of the people they brought in, but I don't know if they addressed it enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to say offensive line and then their defense as a whole. They have some young pieces on defense. I just don't think it's enough, though. It's been guys that they've had for a couple years, and I just don't think it's going to get it done.
To me, I don't think they have enough to get after the quarterback. Obviously, no Carl Lawson.
Yeah, they lost him.
No, I forgot what's the super tall cat that was Dunlap. He's not there anymore either. I mean, they still got Geno, but obviously he's starting to slow down a little bit with just the age and the injuries that he's sustained.
I think they cut him, bro.
Oh, even that might be the case too, then, man.
I'll check it real quick.
Because I know that, he was definitely looking shaky lately, man.
Because he was one of the guys. Yeah, he's free agent. He was one of the guys I was thinking. When the big names get cut.
Him last year, bro,
should the Steelers sign him?
Down, man.
I didn't even think it was worth it for the Steelers.
Yeah, he was definitely slowing down. I'm cool on him, man. So for me, that's probably my biggest issue with them. Like their O-line, you can make a case they didn't do enough, and I could definitely understand that. But I think defensively, they're going to struggle to create just natural pressure.
Next team.
Yeah. Where we going after that? We'll stay in Ohio?
Sure.
Stay in Ohio. We'll go Cleveland this time. All right. So you.
Oh, this is actually easy. This is pretty easy.
Go. You go first again, man. Let's get it.
Their team's pretty loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Just their whole team. I mean, especially the offensive line. They have some nice skill positions with Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry. Tight end's nice too. Chubb, Hunt. Defense, they kind of loaded up this offseason too.
They did. They definitely did, man.
Had a really good draft. So that's what I like about them. They have actually a really solid team. They're pretty stacked, just all around. But the negative outweighs that whenever I bring that up.
For me, when I think of the positive for Cleveland, can I just say their roster as a whole? They are so complete right now. I mean, they are. Quarterback, O-line, running back, receivers, defense, I really like. If I had to say there was a knock, safety a little bit, just because guys are still, in and out. Guys are still not all the way healthy on their back end. So I would probably go that, but barely. Yeah, I think that. I mean, like they're a pretty complete team. We know that for the division, they're pretty complete right now, man.
Their negative's Baker, in my opinion. For their stacked team, he's going to be the one that limits them. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. He's only going to take them so far. They're probably going to make the playoffs. I think it's going to be between them and the Ravens for the wild card, but Baker's I'm going to take them so far, and it's not going to be far enough. It's going to be good enough for Browns fans because they're going to just be happy being in the playoffs and stuff and being relevant like they are, but Baker's not going to get it done for you. I'm sorry to tell you. Me personally, I'm happy, but for your sake, I'm sorry.
For me, man, their knock is Clowney. It's inconsistent. I'm confident Baker. Baker knows who Baker is. You notice Baker don't try to come out here and say, I got to throw the ball 40 times. Baker is very content in his role. He knows exactly what he needs to do to keep getting paid and to keep winning games. He don't got to play hero ball. That's not in his game. And Stefanski isn't going to call calls to even make it look like that. I just don't think like Baker is ever going to be put in positions to expose his limitations like that. Between the way they run the ball and the way their defense is, I don't think they're ever going to have a situation where he has to come out and win it with his arm unless you're playing a top tier team that's going to be able to score on them like that. And for them, they're not going to have that too often, right? In terms of teams that can just put up points on that defense and get to the point where that offense is turning the ball over. They just don't play that way. So I don't think that he's going to even get that opportunity to expose himself. But Clowney, oh, baby, that's the one. That's the one. You know, I got to throw him in there. He's my Cassius Marsh. All right? He's my Cassius Marsh.
I thought it was Dalvin Cook, too.
He's a close second, but he's my Cassius Marsh. All right? That's definitely where Clowney is for me, man. And in the middle of us having this little conversation, I went ahead and threw the poll up early.
Oh, yeah, I voted.
I threw the poll up early. All right? We're going to get to it. Trina still Diva5. She know what it is. She said, poll it up. I was actually, me and my wife were joking about that. I was like, hey, babe, I gotta throw the poll up tonight, man. She was like, whoa, you talking nasty? I said, we had dinner. I said, no, man, Trina. She said, who? I said, Trina still Diva5. You know, she always tell me poll it up. And we got a little chuckle out of that thing. Shout out to you, Trina still. I talk about y'all all the time. Yo, this be a part of the daily conversations with the folks, man. It's like
that'd be cool just to meet everyone.
Yeah, like seriously, man. Seriously, dude.
Yeah.
And it's gonna happen. Like I said, now that the season's here, man, we're gonna definitely be pulling up and people be pulling up on us. But we had to throw that poll up. So I know people are gonna go ahead and have a little bit of fun with that. All right. Next up, we're going to Baltimore then, huh?
Yeah. What do I like? Their running game, running attack. Dobbins
even
just
with
got
Dobbins
hurt.
Down, though.
Yeah, they'll be fine because it's predicated on Lamar Jackson.
Absolutely.
Yeah, their ability to control things whenever the running game's going good.
Mm-hmm.
Defense always solid. Just a good organization. Those are things you could count on.
Yeah. For me, the organizational part, 100%. It's kind of like they're like Pittsburgh. That's why we respect them, even though we don't like them. It's different. We don't respect Cincinnati, and we don't like Cincinnati. With Baltimore, we respect them because they do show like they actually understand how to set up organization and put their players in position to succeed, which is why they are very successful. We just happen to be more successful. So take that, you slimy rat bird sons of guns. Okay, we don't care about you guys over here, but that's neither here nor there. Organizational, that like how they run it along with Lamar Jackson are the reasons where I think that they can be successful, man. Lamar, he creates so many headaches. People say, oh, you got them figured out. But we don't see a lot of teams beating them. The same teams seem to beat them. We know Pittsburgh creates some trouble for Lamar. We know Kansas City creates some trouble for Lamar.
And your boys up in Buffalo.
In Buffalo, I say, but it's not a lot of teams that quote unquote have Lamar figured out. Quote unquote, he's so one dimensional and all this other stuff. I mean, we say that because, like I said, in Pittsburgh, we've had success against him. But as a whole, Lamar is a tough dude to play against because defensively, when you have to account for a quarterback, that changes everything. And he's not just your regular quarterback. Like, he's a guy that can legit take it to the house from anywhere on the field. That's why with him, man, he's a nightmare to play against. All right. The knock on him, though. We got options with this, too. We got options, baby.
Now
we got options, baby. How you want to start?
That's an obvious one. I mean,
the low hanging fruit. Yeah. Oh man, I want to say we got one. It's obvious. It's right there. It's
the other low hanging fruit is Lamar's comeback ability or being able to throw the team back whenever you're down like double digits. So those are probably the two things. Like Lamar's a big reason for their success, but also a reason you talk about those teams like Buffalo, Kansas City, the Steelers, why you could be concerned late in the postseason or when just the Ravens face off against those teams.
Because outside of the Cleveland Thursday night game, when have we seen Lamar really have to come back from a significant deficit and he be successful doing it? Kansas City has had him in deficits like that and they haven't been able to answer it.
You brought up Tennessee too.
Tennessee did it that first year in the wild card, but we don't see a lot of Baltimore getting behind where it's enough that they can't run their offense. And that's a testament to their defense as well. They're just a really complete team, man. They're good. But for me, man, I gotta go O-line, baby. Oh, I ain't gonna let that go. No, player. That O-line, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little worried. Not probably as worried as, well, our situation has improved. So shout out to us. But I'm a little nervous about the O-line, especially the tackle spot, Yeah.
Right tackle?
Yeah. Well, it's
got to face off against TJ. Maybe. If TJ signs that contract.
But either way, that's the one I'm a little nervous about. And then also just them being able to create organic pressure without having to blitz, right? They lost LJ Fort. He was one of their big guys in terms of their middle linebacker, giving them some ability with some of the sub package ball. Also, they bring in Justin Houston. I'm a fan of that. But they drafted, was it Jason? I say his name right? Owe. But with him, very raw, athletic, yes, but not very productive. And he's still going to have to come along. To me, when you start having to create pressure exclusively through blitzing, you put yourself in some compromising situations. Now, granted, their back end is pretty good with Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters. But the more you put them guys out there, the more likely bad stuff can happen. And we've been able to utilize that and take advantage of that at times as well, man. So now it's time for Pittsburgh, baby.
Okay.
The good.
You want to start with the good?
Don't we always start with the good?
All right.
Go ahead and say it. The GOAT, right?
We got a damn legend at quarterback. That's all we need.
I like it. We got a daggone legend at running back. That's all we need. There we go.
The offense is going to be legendary.
Because we got this running back, bro. That's all we need, man. It's that simple, man.
Oh, damn, dude. Really?
Oh, bro, I thought you said, no, we were back and forth. I was going Najee, you was going Ben. It was good.
Oh, do you want me to go receiver next?
Yeah,
or just,
yeah. And I was going to pick an O-lineman. I was going to go Dotson after that.
I was just going to say legend at quarterback.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, I'm done. Right, I'm done,
cool.
dude. Yeah.
Jeez.
Like my man said.
Wow. So that's all we need.
Who needs tackles?
Wow.
We're good. Yeah.
I definitely was like, oh, you're going to go Ben. I'll say Najee. He's a legend. And you'll be like, oh, we got Deontay. He's a legend.
We got Claypool.
We got Dotson. He's a legend.
Yeah, you're right. I could have said Deontay or Dotson. Dotson would have been the next one, I guess.
That's why I thought we were going to go up, man. That's all we need. It's just 7. So excuse me, Najee.
I was pretty set on my take.
We don't care about you, Najee. Forget you, okay? We're going to edit that clip of me saying Najee the GOAT, and we'll just leave it at 7. That's all we need, man.
Like you said, we do have a legend at running back too. It's just going to be all around legendary. But
okay.
The main guy's quarterback.
Okay, all right.
He's going to lead us to the promised land.
Shout out to that thing. All right. Do we have a negative?
Did you have any more on your positive?
I was scared. 7. Yep.
Oh, you can say whatever, dude.
No, man.
I'm amped up a lot about what we got going on. There's a lot of different things.
Yeah, for me, like I said, it's hard for me to get hyped about 7 because I've seen 7. I know 7. 7 is consistent to me. 7 is always going to be 7. I don't it's hard for him to impress me anything regular season just because I've seen him go absolutely bonkers in the regular season. So he's always going to be there. He's good. To me, Najee though, man, I'm excited about what he brings to the table, especially knowing this offensive line situation, because if they do struggle, he is the lifeline. He's the safety. He is that piece that, number 1, keeps Ben safe, but number 2, allows it just to be more effective if you're going to have to go that approach of getting the ball out of your hands quick. Last year when you're dumping it off to James Conner, who might have been healthy, wasn't healthy at times, that's not as appealing. That's not as threatening. When you're trying to do these dump offs or hand it off to Benny Snell, Jalen Samuels, Anthony McFarland, he was falling over the place. It's not the same. Not the shot him, but bro, you saw him fall all over the place. You know he would, man. You know he would. With Najee, man, it's just different. With Najee, I feel confident that we can say, you know what? Yes, our O-line is below average, but I'm going to snap this ball, fast release you, and get the ball in your hands, Najee, and you're going to make this to a 7-yard gain. That's what I think Najee brings. And that has zero to do with the offensive line. And that's why for me, I'm just like, yes, he has to be the guy because Claypool, I just think it's going to take too long for the developing routes. He's more of a downfield guy. If the O-line can't protect long enough for him to get downfield, that doesn't help. I love Deontay on the short and underneath stuff. I think he'll be a feature. But to me, Najee's the guy, man. Najee's
negative. We've talked about it for how long?
Which one?
Potentially the offensive line. But things are looking up.
Oh, yes.
And I guess you could say, I don't know, dude. I'm feeling good about Pierre. And like you said, if you have confidence in Cam Sutton in the slot, Joe Hayden, he's going to be playing for some money here.
He absolutely is.
I mean, how that whole situation played out is hilarious to me. Where
he's definitely going to be playing for some money, man.
Yep. I want to play for the Steelers rest of my career. I'm looking for an extension. Can't wait for it to get done. Just TJ's got to get his money first. A couple weeks later, playing out this season, 2020 free agency.
It happens like that, man.
Hashtag last dance.
He did. And I like the last dance. I don't know if you saw. I was like.
So you got to assume he's going to be balling out.
I hope so.
You got to assume he's going to be balling out.
And you saw that fresh Jordan Heat that he just got on his IG, bro. Come on now.
I did not see that.
Yeah, he got some fire fives. Like, I golf in the fives. He got some 5 cleats, though, that for football, like laser print, black and gold, like insane, bro. Yeah, Joe got that heat, though. Joe different.
He's rocking those week 1?
Oh, yeah.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, they sending him something every week. Check him out. Yeah, he gets something every week. That's his
Claypool's got some good ones.
Yeah, well, he just
rocks
got
the ones.
Jordan deal. He's got the Jordan deal. But he's baby Jordan right now. Joe was like Jordan.
Yeah.
His level, you know.
So, I'm going to lean offensive line potentially. Okay. Out of all the concerns, I would lean them first.
Fair enough. All right. How you predicting this order then, man? What's the finish looking like?
No concerns.
We got Ben. I don't need to be concerned. We got 7. He's perfect. Yeah, bro. What you mean? Concerns? What are these concerns? Nah, but for me, man, offensive line definitely. And secondary still hasn't went away just yet.
You got to see Pierre.
I got to see that regular season. I'm cool with Cam Sutton in the slot, but I don't know how long they're going to want to have him on the outside. I do think he does deserve that opportunity, but I kind of feel like I know how it's going to end for him out there. Like, I hope that he goes out there and plays extremely well, but I just think that he's limited on the perimeter because of the long speed downfield. I just think he doesn't have that to match with those guys. But I do think he's earned that opportunity to at least get the shot regular season wise compared to the preseason. But that's why I say that's my knock on him right now, man.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So now we could talk about who we think will win the division. Now, before we do ours in our order, I'll basically go back to the poll, and I figured it was going to say Steelers, but this is what I wanted to get accomplished, and it worked out. So we know everybody's going to say Steelers. I wasn't worried about that. I wanted to see the percentages of the guys after because that lets me know how y'all feel like the order is going to be. Browns at 6%. Well, now they dropped to 5. Ravens at 4. Nothing for the Bengals. Okay, that's what I needed to know. How y'all think Browns finishing this and Ravens finishing this? So y'all got it. Steelers at 1, Browns at 2, Ravens finishing 3rd, and then the Bengals at 4th. You see how we work right there, man?
Yeah.
You got to. Sometimes you can't just let the people know what you're trying to do. You just got to let the people be the people. And that was perfect right there. Shout out. All right.
This is essentially how I feel, though. Yeah. I got the Steelers coin toss between Browns, Ravens for second. Think both teams have a legitimate shot for the playoffs. Think they will make the playoffs. And Bengals probably going to be irrelevant. Maybe a little exciting, a little more exciting than last year.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's how I see it. I just don't know who to pick at second.
Okay.
I could say one way, Browns, just because of their roster. Mm-hmm. But also I could say the Browns finishing 3rd, maybe rocky season, a little too much hype. Don't think Baker does it for him. Whereas the Ravens, year in and year out, you see Lamar's record, they're somehow just going to do really good.
Yeah. Okay. I
could go either way with it.
Okay.
I'll go Steelers 1, Ravens 2, Browns 3.
Okay. Well, y'all heard what Deke just said. Drop your order as well, right? Drop your order 1 through 4. If y'all don't agree with my poll method, let us know how you feel like 1 through 4 goes in the AFC North. But the way old Mo see it is, I got the Cincinnati Bengals bringing up the rear at 4. I think they will be very exciting, but they have the most holes offensively, defensively, and special teams of any team in this division. That's why I have them at 4. I got the Cleveland Browns coming in at 3rd. Now, I was torn back and forth with them at the 2nd and 3rd spot just because they have the most complete team in the division across the board. But with them, this is different, right? Last year they had expectations. They lived up to them essentially by getting a playoff victory, and that's why we felt weird.
I thought they overachieved a little bit because the real
lived up to them. Right?
The real hype came when they first got back up, and they had Kitchens went down the tubes. But then last year, they with Stefanski being a first-year coach,
I thought they lived up to the hype. It didn't overwhelm them. But this is going to be different because now they're being asked to repeat it. Sometimes it's easier to do it that first go around, man. You don't really know what you're not supposed to know. You don't know when you should be nervous. You don't know anything. And I thought Cleveland last year were kind of like that. Even that playoff game where everything pointed to them coming in here and flopping, it was totally different. They just showed up and just played like how they were going to play, and they were successful that day. But with me, I don't know how they're going to handle that just yet. So that's why I have them finishing 3rd. Then at number 2, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh,
I do. I'm going to have to see this.
You're in that
5%. I, for a fact, have to see this O-line, man. Dude, it's 2, and that's me being biased because the O-line is very, very much in, a state of
stock up, though, right?
The stock is the arrows point up. Yes.
Dan Moore.
The arrows. That's why I put them at 2 versus 3.
Dan Moore was the X factor.
Dan Moore at left tackle, Chooks going to right tackle was the only. That was because skill position wise, the Steelers match up with anybody. They have the running back, they have the wide receiver, they have the tight end. Defensively,
I was even thinking this. As much as we're concerned about defense and we can nitpick it and stuff, like I think if you go around the league, NFL media, these analysts, they're going to have us in the top 5 or 6.
Absolutely. That's the thing. So for me, when I think of our team as a whole, our defense, in terms of our starting unit, not the depth part, the starting units, I like us. I think that we're good. It's just the O-line. I understand how significant that position is. And we saw that last year. That's the part to me where I'm just like, we forget when we get to talking predictions, people forget what the O-line looked like last year and how it forced our offense to play a certain way. And then how at the end of the season, we're just like, bro, this is too predictable. Like we have zero we can do because there's no protection up front. I personally don't think that the way the O-line is constructed right now is necessarily an upgrade over last year's unit. I know you said it can't get any worse. I know some people feel like it can't get any worse. I know people feel like it can't get worse.
Turner with the headband.
But bro, Trey with the headband. Stop it. He do with a headband, bro. But for me, man, I'm nervous about him still, man. So that's why I have them finishing 2nd. And then I got Baltimore at number 1 because number 1, they're not the most complete team because they got issues on their offensive line. The difference between us and them right now is they have a little bit less issues on the O-line, whereas we have more issues on our O-line right now. And that's the big deciding factor between them two, because I think we match up well with any of the teams. But when we talk about our O-line, that is a significant issue right now. What is that? Like, I don't do that. What? Ain't no topics no more, man. I'm done.
Yeah.
You sure? Or should we come back?
I think that'd be a good call to do it.
We just quit right now?
No, I'm having fun.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you said, when it feels like work, that's when we do it.
Well, I'm having fun
right now.
too.
Yeah, I'm always having fun. Come on.
You know I'm having fun because I just dropped the logo. I just dropped the logo to somebody that is a big supporter of our channel.
I was. I thought you were talking about Juju for a second because he's having fun on the milk crate.
Oh no! Well, some people milk crate, but you know what helps with the milk crate? When your aerodynamic is right. And you know how you get your aerodynamic right? When you use that lawnmower 4.0. The one with the light.
So Juju didn't need the spotters?
Who needs a spotter when you're aerodynamic, baby? Because when it's hot, because it's the summertime right now, it's still August. When it's hot, you perspire a little bit, and that perspiration could alter your balance. We know hair in certain areas, promotes a little bit more heat, which promotes a little bit more perspiration. But when you use that lawnmower 4.0, baby, we trim that grass. And when you trim that grass, you get a little more wind. down that way, and that should help those people out. And that's how you get that bounce like that. And that's why my man was able to just pop, down the thing like that.
Completed the milk crate challenge.
Absolutely, man. So if you want to complete the milk crate challenge, baby, what you need to do is get that Lawnmower 4.0. All right, that performance package 4.0. But more importantly, you need to use that promo code, which is MOATS. And when you use that promo code, you get 20% off along with free shipping. Who doesn't want free shipping? Who doesn't want 20% off? Who doesn't want to be aerodynamic below the waist? That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Crop reviver, crop refresher. Can't go wrong with it, baby. Manscaped. Trust us. We're the experts. We talk about it and we try it, man. Listen, when we say the delicate twins are appreciated, they will. All right.